Hey, oh my goodness. I am so excited. This is National Sales Director Heidi Gelzer, and I am so excited to be talking to the leaders in our national areas, to the future sales directors in our national areas, to the Diane Mentably national area, the Leah Carden national area, the Kim McClure national area, and the Heidi Gelzer national area. Wow, wow, wow. Do you know that by being in your red jacket, having 3 or more active team members, you are in the top 9%. Let me say that again. The top 9% of a multi-billion dollar international company. You have done so far in your careers what 91% of women in Mary Kay have not been willing to do. Okay. So, first of all, give yourself a pat on the back and say, wow, look at somebody who's not sitting by you across in the computer and go, congratulations. You're amazing. You're amazing. Well, the first thing that we're going to do is we're so excited about these hangouts that we're going to be doing for the next 4 months of the seminar year, March, April, May, and June. And we are always going to start off with recognition. If you are not getting recognized tonight, it might be because you didn't turn in your Google form, okay? Those are due by Saturday night because the person who's doing recognition, one of the nationals, will do them first part of the call, okay? So I'm going to be doing recognition this evening. Kim McClure is going to be doing some amazing training, and then I'm going to close it up. So I hope that you're excited about being here. Okay, so we're going to talk about the math, all right? Because some of you have heard that Mary Kay, it's not magical, right? People say it's not magical, it's mathematical. Well, I don't totally agree with that. I say that Mary Kay is first mathematical and then the magic happens, right, you guys? When we make enough booking attempts, when we hold enough appointments, when we see enough faces, when we sell enough product, when we get enough leads, when we hold enough career chats, then the magic happens, right, you guys? We grow spiritually, emotionally, and financially. Our lives are changed, and in the process, other people's lives are changed. But see, the problem is so many times, myself included, I want the magic before I've done the math. And so, what I'm really going to talk about tonight in this recognition is about doing the math, being willing to do the math to create the momentum, which makes the magic. Okay, so on your Google form, there were a couple of things for us to fill out. And that first one was the number of faces. You guys, it's magical. The number 30 or more is magical. And so on this hangout every single month, the people who have seen 30 or more faces are going to get recognized. So we want to say congratulations. The only person who turned in her numbers over 30 faces is Melissa Perez with 31 faces seen in the month of February from the Diane Mentably area. We are so proud of you, Melissa, for leading the way. Okay, then I want to say congratulations to the women selling this product because as you know, Mary Kay says nothing happens until somebody sells something. All right, nothing happens until somebody sells something. So what we're going to be recognizing on this hangout is sales of over $300 a week because that's the magic number. That's the minimum number that we want to sell to be a star consultant, right, you guys? So these are the women who sold over $1,200 in the month of February. Congratulations to Marie Blosser with, nope, we're not going there. Hold on. We're going to say number 5. The number 5 consultant turning in numbers is Naomi Crawford with $1,258 in sales from the Leah Carden unit. The number 4 is April Led from the Diane Mentably unit with $1,489 in retail sales. The number 3 consultant is Mindy Malone, adopted into the Heidi Gelzer unit with $1,629 in sales. The number 2 consultant with $2,280 in sales from the Diane Mentably unit is Judy Pask. And the number 1 consultant in retail sales for this month is Marie Blosser from the Kim McClure area with $2,614 in retail sales. Okay, so Kim Ferguson, if you are watching this, my assistant, Kim McClure is having troubles getting on. So if you could reach out to her, that would be fantastic. Let me just text her because, you know, even as national sales, we have technical difficulties. Kim, my assistant, is reaching. Sorry, guys. out to you. Okay, this could be the shortest red jacket hangout ever if Kim doesn't get on, but we'll figure something out. Okay, so then we also want to recognize, let's see, team building, team building. We're going to recognize career chats. And the goal, I want you to know, so the goal for faces that you want to hit every single month is 30 and beyond. The goal for sales that you want to hit every month is 1,200 and beyond. The goal for career chats that you want to hit is 10 and beyond. Really, like you want to have more than that, but at least 10. The only woman who had 10 or more career chats is Brianne Moats from the Leah Carta National area with 11 career chats. We are so excited for you. Yay, Brianne. Thank you for leading the way. And then new team members, you guys, new team members. Now, this is interesting. This is very interesting because only one person did 11 career chats, more than 10, and yet many of you had new team members. So I want you to think about this. If the average in Mary Kay is 1 in 5, and a lot of you had 1 or more new team members, just think if you did more math. Just think how good you already are with the amount of faces and the career chats that you did, how many team members that you have. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so with one new recruit, we have Judy Pass from the Diane Mentably area, Mindy Malone from the Heidi Gelser area, Jackie Hickey from the Leah Carta area, and Ashley McDonald from the Heidi Gelser area. With 2 team members, we have April Leal from the Diane Mentably area, Brianne Moats from the Leah Carta area, Melissa Perez from the Diane Mentably area, and Mary McIntosh from the Heidi Gelser area. With 3 personal team members, we have Morgan Behringer from the Diane Mentably area, Naomi Crawford from the Leah Carta area, and Jolinda Burdorf from the Diane Mentably area. Oh my goodness. Now that was 3. We are jumping up to 7. 7 new team members in the month of February. Oh my goodness. The woman with 7 new team members is Nicole Riley from the Diane Mentably area. And no surprise here, Nicole is a DIQ. She is DIQ, and she had 7 new team members. Now, I don't know the story behind this. I wonder, Nicole, if you went from 1 to 8 in 1 month, how exciting is that? Because what I believe is if it can be done in Mary Kay, you can do it too. The other DIQ that we have who turned in her numbers is Debbie Sheehan from the Kim McClure area. So we have 2 DIQs right now from these 4 national areas who have turned in their numbers. Now, there might be more of you, but I don't know it. So you want to turn in those numbers on that Google form and get this form of recognition, okay? Your directors are not turning them in for you. Your nationals are not turning them in for you. You are professional businesswomen. You are in the top 9% of a multi-billion-dollar global company. You're going to turn in those numbers. All right. And lastly, we're going to celebrate your team wholesale. So we're going to celebrate anyone who had over $2,000 in personal team wholesale, including your own order. Okay. So over $2,000 in team wholesale, we have Morgan Behringer from the Diane Mentably area with $24.87 in team production. Naomi Crawford from the Leah Carta area with $25.45 in team production. Marie, oh my goodness, I can't read my own writing. I think it's Marie Blister. I am so sorry, Marie, with $26.59 from the Kim McClure area. Melissa Perez from the Diane Mentably area with $27.71. Okay, and then we have Nicole Riley. Oh, I know. Imagine that. With 7 personal new team members. She has the #1 production of the 4 national areas with 38.05 in personal team wholesale production. Congratulations, Nicole. Wow. So what's the magic number? Well, we're going to recognize you with 2,000 or over. But you guys, the magic number is $5,000 in production. $5,000 in wholesale production from your personal team is going to get you a great recruiting check. Remember this month. Okay, here's the deal. This is what I want you to think of. When your personal team outside of yourself, think about this, when your personal team orders $5,000 in production, you yourself place that 600, right? And you have 5 people ordering at the 225 level, you get a 13% check. A 13% check of $5,000 is $650. And now, this month, as a red jacket, you don't get the $50 team building bonus for your qualifieds. You get the $100 team building bonus. What if you had 3 personal qualifieds in that $5,000? Your check would be $750, $850, $950. $950. Do you think that would impact your family? Do you think that would impact your family? Did you know $900? I want you to write that down. I'm writing that down. Did you know that in order for a person, now I'm taking these numbers off the top of my head because I do not have my notebook with me because I did not think I was training right now, so forgive me for this. But did you know that a person to make an extra $500 a month at their job, you guys, to get a 1% raise? Oh my goodness, there's Bob McClure. I'm so excited we see Bob McClure because if we see Bob, then that means that Kim is around here somewhere. It's Kim McClure. Oh my goodness.
How are you? I'm so sorry, you guys. I have no idea even where to look on this. Where am I looking, honey?
Well, I don't know, but you look pretty. So wherever you're looking,
thank you.
There you go. Okay. So Kim, I was just closing up recognition. This is perfect timing because I was sharing with them that in order for an average woman to get like a 1 to 3% raise, okay, to get a 3% raise at the most, she must be making, listen to this, you guys. Okay, hold on. I'm figuring out a number here. Okay, she must be making, a woman to get a 3% raise in her salary, okay, to make an extra $600 a month, she must be making $20,000 a month to get a 3% raise of $600 a month. You guys, I just showed you how when your personal team, when you go on Target for your car, okay, with the 3 qualifieds now getting the $100 bonus, you could give yourself a $950 commission check in addition to your sales. Now, you guys, I don't really care how much money you make, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you work full-time in corporate America, whether you're a professional, whether you're white collar, whether you're blue collar, $950 extra to your income makes a difference. $950 extra to Kim's income, to my income, that makes a difference. And that you have the ability to do that in Mary Kay by doing the math. And so what I'm going to personally do is I'm going to personally challenge each and every one of you who are watching this Google Hangout to see those 30 faces, to sell at least $300 a week, to do your 10 career chats and watch the magic happen. Okay, so now you are going to hear from, oh my goodness, amazing, multi-million-dollar queen of the world. She's got crowns all over her office, you guys, if you could see it. They might even be behind her there. Gold Circle National Sales Director, on her way to Diamond and Inner Circle. Seriously, super strategic, super loving. I'll tell you what, this is a person that you want as a prayer warrior and as a friend, because that is her gift, you guys, the gift of encouragement. And so would you please welcome none other than my friend, future Inner Circle National Sales Director, Kim McClure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. What an amazing job of recognition. And I know that you have all set your sight for the next month on where you are going to be celebrated when we come onto this call on the second Sunday night in April. And congratulations for being a red jacket, but red jacket is a place that's temporary on our career path. In fact, they are meant to self-destruct within 6 to 9 months, you know? And at first it's exciting to be in a red jacket, but then you just have that innate craving to move on up. And so because you are plugging into these calls, we know that you are the women that are our future directors, that you are our next DIQs and our next wave of directors. And with 8 and in, oh my gosh, you guys, you just need to get it done to get your 8 and get into DIQ and get through. I had a conversation with Jonathan Burt, who's in charge of the DIQ department. And I said, Jonathan, is this going to be continued? And he said, Kim, not right now. He said, we are evaluating and watching. And so if you love this program, the best gift that you could give to the company is get in and get done, because the company's watching those numbers. And then when they see those increases and they see people finishing and moving on into directorship and coming out of the gate stronger than ever, because that's what I believe 8 and in does, is that it makes you a stronger director. So get in and get through and get done. Susan Johnson was just here, and she said that the latest statistics show that directors make 470% more than consultants. 470% more. Like, that's crazy ridiculous. And it is all right here for your taking. And so I'm going to be talking to you tonight about confidence, and I wanted to open up with a couple of quotes. And my first quote comes from John C. Maxwell. And John says that nobody finishes well by accident, that we are all on a personal growth plan to accomplish what we want to accomplish. Muhammad Ali said, in the big leagues, everyone has ability. It always comes down to mind games. Whoever is more mentally strong wins. And you know, our dear friend Laura McKeever, National Sales Director, says every day it's you against you. It's your mind. And this is a skill-based business. I remember the first time that I heard Linda Tupin talk about it being a skill-based business. Skill means that it can be learned, it can be cultivated, and it can be developed. And that's what confidence is a skill, okay? And so let's talk about confidence. I want to give you some tips on how to build confidence. And then if we have time, I'll give you a little quiz on that as well. So first of all, let me just give you the definition of confidence. Confidence is being free from doubt. Confidence is having a belief in yourself and in your abilities. Confidence is a mindset. Confidence is learned. It is practiced. It is mastered. It's a skill. And as we're building confidence, it brings us freedom from fear and doubt. You see, inaction brings fear and doubt, but taking action, developing confidence gives you freedom from fear and doubt. Action breeds more confidence, okay? And so my first tip for you in building confidence is about learning to stretch your comfort zone. You know, that comfort zone where we know where we are. And if we try to step out, stepping out is scary to our brain. But if we just kind of push against it just a little bit, your brain doesn't offer as much resistance. And so one of the things that we want to look at in stepping and pushing outside that comfort zone is taking tiny little bite-sized steps. You might have heard the philosophy, or the I don't know what the wording is. It says you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. Well, that's kind of how we slowly expand our comfort zone, is taking a big goal, a big thing, breaking it down into the baby steps that need to happen to take us to that big goal, okay? Mary Kay Ash would always say to help stretch outside your comfort zone is to do something that scares you. And she would say, when you don't know what to do the thing that scares you the most, because here's what happens. Either it brings you to the place that you want to go to, or it builds your confidence, because what you think used to scare you no longer does. You've already done it. And once your mind has been expanded, it doesn't go back into its original way. It's like a rubber band, right? So one of the things that I wanted to do, because it scared me, was thinking about moving to a new area and starting my business over. And I felt like in the back of my head, as I was building leaders, that I couldn't say to somebody, I could tell you how to grow this business if you know nobody. You just landed in a strange town, and I could teach you that. And I felt like I needed to do that in my journey in Mary Kay. And so I have actually done that twice in 2 different cities, not knowing a single soul. And my strategy has been basically the same because I needed to generate a whole bunch of leads at once. And maybe you might need to generate some leads all at once as well in your Mary Kay business. And so I drove 3.5 hours away from Pittsburgh to Columbus, Ohio. I bought 12 dozen roses. I didn't know about wooden roses then, but I bought 12 dozen roses. I had called ahead to 2 daycares and lined up to be able to honor the working moms there. And I had my roses and I had pink drawing slips for the moms picking up their kids. And I had blue drawing slips for all the men that were picking up their kids. So I would know when I was calling the woman, whether it was her man that entered her or it was her that entered, right? And so that was part of my strategy, was to do 2 daycares back to back because I knew my roses would last for 24 hours. The other part of my strategy was I wanted to go into businesses to honor working women. And you see, women will take their children to daycare either close to where they work or close to where they live. So you can actually target different geographical and income range areas when you're going into daycares. And so I picked office buildings that were close to the daycares. I picked a more affluent area of Columbus because I wanted to make sure they had disposable income as well. And I chose a restaurant that would have a back room so I could go back the next week and do makeovers. Well, in 2 days' time, I met 140 people. I gave away all but 4 roses. I booked 12 people out of those 144 people for the very next week for a guest event. I went back in, did facials and makeovers, and then I recruited 2 people on the spot, and then I started building Columbus from there. I did the same thing in Virginia Beach, although I kind of landed in Virginia Beach and decided I was going to start networking there because my husband got called out of town. And so I didn't have roses arranged or anything. I just had a bunch of samples in my
Okay. We lost Kim. And I was taking copious notes. Wow, don't you guys love technology? Okay, so hopefully she'll be back. Oh, here she is. She's back. Okay, Kim.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're good.
Okay.
And so I booked her training center, and I had 2 different nights that I booked people. Again, I booked 4 people. They brought a total of 12 people in front of me, and I recruited 3 people from that, and then started building in Virginia Beach area. Was I scared? You guys, I was scared. I was nervous, but I was determined that I wanted a different result. And so sometimes you have to stretch through that comfort zone and to be able to have the growth that you want. My tip number 2 in building confidence is visualize what you want to have happen. Create a mind movie. See it happening. See you accomplishing it, seeing you doing it, seeing the people around you that are celebrating you once you've accomplished what you want to accomplish. You know, athletes visualize performance. They visualize, if they're ice skaters, the perfect ice skating performance. If they're runners, they see themselves gliding over the hurdles easily. So see yourself accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Doing the perfect skincare class, asking somebody for the sharing appointment, and they're so excited to talk to you. Visualize you crossing the finish line into DIQ and then finishing DIQ. And see your director debut. I remember I had to get a root canal, and so I visualized myself being the queen of our seminar. I visualized the dress that I would be wearing, what my family would be wearing. I visualized, the president of the company, it was Tom Watley back then, crowning me with Pam Shaw at my side. I visualized all the important people in my life, my unit. I never felt anything that was happening in that root canal because I was so involved in that mind movie. And I kept playing that mind movie morning and evening, because it got my juices going and it got me energized and it helped me take those steps of courage and confidence. Step number 3 in building confidence is strengths, okay? What strengths do you already own? John C. Maxwell says that we will get far more out of ourselves and take us farther if we build on our strengths rather than trying to make our weaknesses stronger, okay? It doesn't mean we ignore our weaknesses at all, but that we focus most of our time on improving in our strengths. And so what do you already bring to the table? What are some of the strengths that you have? If you're not sure or you want to build on that list, ask other people what they see in you. Ask your director, ask your national sales director, ask your mama, ask your good friends, ask your coworkers, ask the other consultants in your unit. What are all strengths that they see about you? I bet you'll be surprised at some of the things that they say, okay? Think about what have you already accomplished so far in your life. Think about those things that you're proud of, things where you overcame obstacles. What skills did you have to utilize to accomplish that? Remind yourself of your greatness. It's so easy. I was having a conversation with my son this weekend to focus on the negative things and to get stuck there rather than to make a list of all the positive things that we've accomplished and the skills that we developed that we didn't know that we had to accomplish those, and skills that we did develop, but they got stronger because skills are a muscle that are going to keep getting stronger for you. I want you to learn a principle called linking. Linking says that you look back in your past and you say, well, if I did that, then I can do this, okay? Because I did that, then I can do this. You know, I accomplished, let's say, getting an A in a class. You know, if I got an A in that class, I can get an A in how to do a Mary Kay skincare class. I can get an A in how to do an interview, meaning I can do an excellent job at that, okay? I accomplished things when people told me I would never accomplish it. If I would accomplish something somebody said I would never accomplish, I can certainly accomplish these things that people are already breathing that belief in me, telling me I can do that. You know, I looked at the Applause magazine when I was a consultant, and I went, if all of those women can do this. Now, I want you to think, when you get your Applause magazine, you are only seeing one division of leaders in our company. So multiply that by 4 times. In fact, you can actually go online and print that page out from Applause Online. I think you can print out all the different versions of Applause recognition and just see the massive numbers of people who are being recognized. See all the new directors and their pictures and go, if all those women can do it, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put forth the effort. I can do it too. So you're linking other people's successes to your success, okay? You know, we always say that comparison is the negative thing. Like, we don't want to compare. Like, I can say, I'm not as funny as Heidi Gelzer. I'm not as brilliant as how she puts things and connects things together. Or, because that's not helpful comparison, right? Or I can say, you know what? Heidi taught me how to do power statements and how to understand about limiting beliefs. And because she taught me that, I can learn that too, right? I can be like Heidi in those areas. I can find my strengths with Heidi's strengths or with Leah's strengths or Diane's strengths and make a match and say, if I can do that like them, I can also achieve things. Okay, so that's where comparison can be healthy. And comparison can be healthy to encourage us, just like I said, all the people in Applause magazine. Here's a really great thing that I think will build you up and encourage you and give you more confidence. It's one of my favorite tests called Strengths Finders. Strengths with an S, finder, singular.com. This is a test that was developed by the Gallup people. And they surveyed thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And they said that people, humans, have 34 characteristics, okay? 34 positive characteristics that help them in being better leaders, okay? That they're just their strengths that they have in life. And so you can take this test for $20 and it will tell you your top 5 strengths. It will tell you how to leverage those strengths. It will tell you how to recognize those strengths in other people. And it will tell you what are some potential blind spots to those strengths as well. It's super fun. It's very encouraging. It helps you to swim in your own lane and in the things that you do well. And then you can have a conversation with your director about how you can apply those strengths to your Mary Kay business and grow even a more successful business. There's also a book that helps us as leaders say, if our people have these strengths and these are our strengths, how can we work better together? Okay. So I encourage you to take that test, www.strengthsfinder.com. Number 4, way to build confidence, give to other people. You know, when we serve other people, it builds us up. It fills our cup and it reminds us that we have a lot of great things to offer to other people. Another thing that you can do in volunteering and giving of your time is arriving early and helping your sales director set up, helping her tear down, helping her, set things up, carry things in. Just what happens in that process is you build a stronger relationship with her as well. But when we serve others, we get back, right? We get back tenfold with other people. Number 5 tip, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it, baby. That's what Mary Kay always said. Act as if, pretend. You know, I used to pretend there was a pink Cadillac director in my town when I was a consultant, and I used to pretend I was her when I was making booking calls. And I would actually, because, back when I was growing my business, we had to call all the time. And calling is the best way to build relationships. Calling is the best way to book and connect with people. Yes, we have to send them a text sometimes to tell them we left them a voicemail. Sometimes we text to book, but then say, can I have a couple minutes to talk really quickly live with you? I think it'll be so much simpler, get that live connection with people. And so when I would want to stop my booking time and it was early, I'd have Kathy's business card by my phone and I would say, oh, Kathy's probably still booking. I need to keep booking. If I want what Kathy has, I need to do the things that I think Kathy is doing. So I had to fake it till I made it, okay? There's a really cute YouTube clip from a movie from Winnie the Pooh, and it's Christopher Robin talking to Winnie the Pooh. I encourage you to Google it. Just Google Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh, you're braver than you believe. And this is what Christopher Robin said. He said, Pooh, you're braver than you believe. You're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. And that is true of each and every one of you who are red jackets and going forward. You are braver than you believe you are. You are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. And most importantly, you are enough, you guys. If God gave you that dream, then he's going to equip you to see you through. But He made the Israelites step into the Jordan River before he pardoned it. You have to take action, and then you start to see the blessing, and then you see God's provision in that process, okay? And so I know that if you have a dream and you're willing to work, that when you partner with God, that nothing is impossible for you. Number 6 tip in building confidence is acting as if. That's similar to fake it till you make it, okay? But I want to elaborate more in this process, okay? I want you to see yourself in your mind's eye already doing the things that you need to do as if you were already in that position, okay? So think about if you were a director, how would you be handling what you're doing, what you need to do next in your business? Borrow that director's confidence as you step into doing the things that you need to do to grow your business for you, okay? Let's say that you had a bunch of postponements. How would a director handle that? Would she handle it differently than how you're handling it? That builds your confidence as well as you start to kind of think in that position. How would I be handling myself, okay? So in that process of acting as if, I want you to be paying attention to your body language. Is it open? Are you sitting straight? Do you have your back, your back straight, your shoulders back, and do you have a smile on your face? My dad taught me a very important thing about body language, and it's smiling. He said that at age 40, that people's corners of their mouth naturally turn down and you look like you're frowning. You can have that resting witch face. I think that's almost what they call it. So learn to always have kind of a little bit of a smile on your face so that you look pleasantly happy all the time, okay? Another thing, when you're walking, keep your shoulders, strong as you're walking into a room. And make eye contact as you're looking around the room, not looking down at your feet. Looking at people's eyes when you shake their hand, and developing a strong handshake. Those are all things that exude confidence, because we only get 7 seconds to make a great impression on somebody, okay? Be open in your body language, not crossing your hands, okay? When we cross our arms like this, then it says that we're closed to what people are talking to us about. If you're cold, then say, I'm cold. That's why I'm like this. It's not that I'm being closed to what you have to say. Lean in when other people are leaning in. Lean back when other people are leaning back. Mirror their tone of voice. All of those things build confidence in with the other person, with you, okay? They're like, she gets me. She's building rapport with me. They don't realize that that's what's happening, but they feel accepted. They feel comfortable in your space. And so knowing that also builds your confidence in that. B, dress the part, okay? Is your Mary Kay face on? You guys, I meet people all the time in my community who do not have their Mary Kay face on, and they're Mary Kay consultants. And then they wonder, why is their business not growing? Why are people not taking them serious? They go to work and they do a lick and a prayer on their face. They don't look always like totally slamming sharp. You guys, people are always watching you all the time. And so we need to dress the part, from our face to our clothes, all the time. So it doesn't mean that if you're going to the ball field that you need to be in a dress, but you want to look nicer. I don't say you need to. You want to look nicer than the way everybody else is at the ball field, okay? If you're going in a professional environment, have one amazing suit or power dress that you feel slamming sharp and wonderful about yourself in, because that builds confidence. I remember when I was pregnant and I went and invested in an amazing maternity dress that every time I put it on, I felt totally beautiful. I wore that a lot when I was pregnant, and any time that I was going to be in a situation where I wanted to feel my most powerful self. It's worth investing in good clothes. And now there's so many secondhand shops where you can find really good quality clothes at really low prices if you are on a budget, okay? One outfit, that's all you need. And that's also why I love the beauty coat, because the beauty coat, when you put that on, that gives confidence. And a lot of women run around doing errands in their black beauty coat and a black skirt and black flats, because again, it's advertising for your business, but you look professional. You look like you know what you're doing. And that builds confidence with other people as well. Shoes are part of dressing the part of being confident. Have a great pair of shoes. Don't drive in your good shoes, you guys. Take them off and have flats when you drive, or a beat up pair of shoes, because every time we drive in heels, you're braking and accelerating on the gas. It messes up your heels. And powerful people, professional people, pay attention to people's shoes. So it just helps to up the results And then dressing the part is even about your car, guys, and making sure that your car looks clean, that the McDonald's bag or whatever you had for dinner, if you had something on the way there, throw it in your trunk. So everybody that's walking by your car sees you as a neat and professional person already, okay? My C tip in faking it or acting as if, excuse me, is record yourself. Record yourself doing a skincare class so that you can see how many times you pause or go, maybe you have some annoying habit that you don't even know about until you record yourself, but people listening to you hear it. So that's a way that you can get better. It's also a way that you can stay on time in your parties, is you can say, you guys, I'm recording myself, okay? And sometimes you have like a nervous chatter or a giggle or something. There's things that you can work on improving for yourself. Okay, and my last tip, I have one more area after this. My last tip on act as if is positivity, is increasing your energy. You know, you can change the energy in a room when you walk in your positive stance. If you're thinking this is going to be the most amazing party, I'm going to make these women feel so incredibly good. Again, we're focusing on other people and it's becoming more positive and more powerful, okay? You can also raise the energy by your stance. There's actually a YouTube TED Talk about it, and they call it a victory pose. And a victory pose is where you stand up and you put your hands on your hip, like the Wonder Woman pose. Or you put your arms up like a cheerleader victory kind of pose. This opens up your energy and it creates more personal power, and you vibrate at a different level, and people can feel that vibration and it draws people to you. So that's a way to build more confidence as well. The last, and then, smiling. You know, smiling draws other people to you all the time, and having a gratitude journal, because when you're focusing on thankfulness, you guys, that also builds your confidence for you. I want you to be the change that you wish to see in the world. Be the change that you wish to see in your unit meeting as well, because that is going to give to other people as you are exuding more energy for you, okay? Make other people feel important. Remember that sign that Mary Kay said, 2 signs that everybody hangs around their neck. Make me feel important, and what's in it for me? When we focus on others, you guys, it builds confidence. And my last tip for you is called Godfidence. I thought I was making up a word. It came to me in my quiet time as I was praying about this. Godfidence, okay? And I Googled it, and here other people have thought of it as well. But what I was thinking about when I was thinking about Godfidence, I was thinking about the scripture verses, first of all, that talk about that you are God's masterpiece. That's Ephesians 2:10, that you were created long ago to do the things that God wanted you to do before you were even born, you guys. He gifted you with those talents and strengths and abilities. Perfect. If he would have wanted you to have somebody else's, then he would have given those to you. When you think about, well, I think I need to be this way to move forward, if you needed to be that way, God would have given it to you. If you've had team members that quit and you thought those people were going to be part of your journey, T.D. Jakes says, you know what, in his book, Soar, if you needed those people for the journey, they would be with you, but they're not supposed to be part of your journey. There's going to be other people that God already has assigned to you. If you are going to be a director, you guys, there are, as Rena Tarbert would say, squillions of people who are assigned to you. Quit panicking or freaking out about trying to find a couple people. Know that there are hundreds of people out there assigned to you in Mary Kay. We just have to open our mouth and ask other people for us. I'm reminded of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's Godfidence. It's relying on what God says about you to be able to accomplish the things that you know that you're supposed to be doing in Mary Kay Cosmetics. It's not being arrogant. It's tapping into who God created you to be, because Mary Kay always said, God didn't create any junk, you guys. He created you as his masterpiece. I am so grateful for this time together. I'm out of time, so I don't want to take time to do the quiz, but I will put the quiz together so that your national sales director can get that out to you. It's a quiz where you can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 to see maybe an area that you might want to tap into to like work to improve your confidence in, and look at where you're already strength and strong in confidence, and even work more in those areas as well. So Heidi, anything else that you want to wrap up with?
Well, thank you, Kim. You guys, I got so many tips. I took 3 pages of notes. You know, Kim, Mary Kay used to always say school is never out for the pro. And you guys, I just moved to a new area a couple of months ago, and I'm building my business again here. And you gave me great ideas, Kim. So not only is she serving you as you're, you know, moving from red jacket into your next position of DIQ and sales director, she's serving me as I'm moving into the next position of Inner Circle National Sales Director. So thank you, Kim. It was like so many great reminders. And what I just want to close with is this. I got to be in Atlanta a couple weeks ago with Kim, 2 of Kim and my favorite people. National Sales Director Dorothy Boyd and National Sales Director Mia Mason Porter. We all debuted as nationals together at the same time. So we have a unique sisterhood with each other. And Mia is really, really strategic. And you guys, she talked about, as Kim said, the position of sales director is on sale right now. Not only is it simply 8 and in, but other qualifications have been taken away for a brief period, as Kim talked about. And are we going to take advantage of it? And Mia said the position of sales director is on sale by $8,100.
Wow.
And I'm going to share with you how that is. It's, you used to have to be a star, right, to go into DIQ. Now that requirement is gone, is waived for a few months. That's $1,800 taken off the table that you do not have to, you know, I know most of you are stars anyway, but you know what I'm saying in the qualification. The second 1,800 is being a star during qualification. That is no longer a requirement. You know, I know most of you will be anyway, but it's not required. There's $1,800 more off of the position of sales director. And finally, it used to be $18,000, right, in production. Now for the limited time, it's $13,500. That's $4,500 wholesale off. If you add that all up, it's $8,100 off the price of leadership to become a sales director in the next 100 and some days. My friends, as Kim talked about visualizing, I want you to think about seminar. I want you to think about seminar. I want you to think about those beautiful 45th anniversary pink confetti suits. I want you to think about having the beautiful pink rose that designates you as a brand new sales director. I want you to imagine getting that packet as you register for seminar, and they celebrate you and they cheer for you as corporate does as they see that you are a brand new sales director. And then on the day when you debut on the stage, you're backstage with your senior. You're taking selfies, you're hanging out with the rest of your national area, you're deciding how you're going to enter that stage as they announce your name. And as you get out there and thousands of women are screaming for you, you take a deep breath and you think to yourself, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. And as you go out on that stage and you hug your senior and you stand there now with your thousands of new sisters, sister sales directors, and you take that oath that the #1 national sales director of your seminar leads you with, and you catch your senior's eye as she stands at the bottom of that stage and she says that oath with you, and she looks at you and she says, I'm so proud of you. I know you could do it. My friends, that's your visualization. And I want you with every fiber of my being to be the one that's standing on that stage looking out and saying, I'm so glad I did. And not being the one in the audience looking up and saying, I wish I had. Kim, Leah, Diane and I all believe in each and every one of you with every fiber of our being. And we're going to encourage you right now to go out there and do the math. Get uncomfortable. Fake it till you make it. All of those things that Kim talked about, because you will grow in the process. And you guys get into DIQ by April 1st. Give yourself the 3 months that Mary Kay is giving us to become sales directors, because we know that it doesn't matter. You all have 3 right now. Every single one of you can get at least 5 more women who want more, who need more, and who have the grit, who are willing to work for it, you guys. That's what we're praying for you. Kim has taught me about these specific prayers that she's praying, and I'm going to take that to heart, as I know Leah and Diane as well. We're praying that you get gritty, that you go out there and you make a difference, and in the process, change lives. Kim, you are amazing. I'm blessed to be your sister national. You guys, we want more directors from the Carta, McClure, Menteplee, and Gelser area than they have ever been before. We know you can do it. Okay, we'll see you next month. We can't wait to celebrate so many more of you in DIQ, and some of you finished with DIQ. You can do it. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.